you're a home buyer, somebody or a young person looking to buy a home, you need a bit of a reset.
There is a possibility on the other side of this that inflation could actually be quite low.
Welcome back to Real Estate Mindset. Today's video is going to be absolutely bonkers. Now, the data is in, and according to Zillow, Americans don't even understand or care about where mortgage rates are sitting. Absolutely shocking, because all we hear in mainstream media is, oh, the interest rates are now in the low 7s, they're in the high 6%. It's going to create a flood of buyers. But what happens if that buying demand, that pent-up buying demand, is really short-lived? Because the thing is, guys, and understand what I'm saying, I've helped over 1,000 consumers in my career as a loan officer and a realtor. My job was to analyze someone's financial situation and help them through the journey of home ownership. So when I hear things like this, guys, and people don't understand where interest rates are, it's just, who can we trust? Are we going to trust the actual people and the consumers and what they're going through? Or are we going to continue to listen to mainstream media and fall for the fear of missing out? Either way, we're going to go into an article from Zillow that's really mind-blowing to me. Another survey that they did where basically the consumers, they don't even know what mortgage rates are. Most consumers, listen, think interest rates are under 6%. How is that possible, right? We got so many people on the sideline, right? Right? But anyways, guys, just remember, I'm not a financial advisor, even though my bio is as someone that wants you to comment below and wants you to share these videos. Please hit notifications. And other than that, guys, I really hope you find overwhelming value in this data. Now, the article is appropriately titled, "About Half of Adults Are Unaware of the Average Mortgage Rate." But I thought everyone cared. Right? That's what we hear, right? As soon as they change, everything's going to go up. Everything's going to go crazy, right? Wrong. Few bullet points here. About half of homeowners and renters estimate the average rate was below 6%, but the average rate has not been lower than 6% since September of 2022. So again, half of people think interest rates are in the 5%. Half. That's crazy, you guys. That's so crazy. Comment below. Let me know if you think that's crazy. I mean, our community knows what's going on. We have our hand to the pulse of the housing market, but most people are not like us. Remember that. Rate-aware home buyers understand their affordability and monthly cost can better navigate different lenders and lending options. So yeah, shop your mortgage, obviously, shop your closing costs, shop your interest rate. Rate-aware homeowners can strategically refinance for substantial savings, but actually they can't do that because rates are in the high 6%. And don't forget, you guys, if you refinance, you start your amortization schedule all over again. So the true cost of refinancing could be $100,000. We should be knowing this by now, right? Now, this is going to go through some absolute fire information, you guys, from a survey. I'm going to pretty much read all of this, and we're going to go into two other articles. Inversely, the remaining half of homeowners and renters estimated the average rate was below 6%. This is strong evidence that homeowners are unaware of the average mortgage rate, since the average rate has not been lower than 6% since September 2022. At the time of the survey, the 30-year fixed rate mortgage was 7.18%, according to Freddie Mac. Why does this matter? Rate-aware homeowners and renters are more equipped to make informed financial decisions. Yes, the more you know, the better prepared you are. With awareness at the prevailing rate, potential home buyers better understand their affordability and monthly cost and can better navigate different lenders and lending options. That is so important. I definitely agree with Zillow on that. You gotta shop your mortgage, you guys. You got to. There are some lenders that are just drastically different as far as interest rate and cost. That is so important. For current homeowners, rate awareness allows them to recognize when it is a benefit to refinance. Refinancing allows homeowners to replace their existing mortgage with a new one at a lower rate, which could result in lower monthly payments and overall savings. On the flip side, rate unawareness could mean homeowners miss out on substantial savings. But let me tell you guys what's going on right now with refinances. There is a huge spike in not rate and term refinances like they're talking about. There's a huge spike in cash out refinances. The average cash out being now $104,000. And the only homeowners with equity of that nature, you guys, are homeowners that purchased prior to 2022 that have extremely low interest rates. So that's a data set and an indication that even the homeowners that have these golden handcuff effects, super low interest rates, are struggling. And the problem with doing that is now their mortgage payment could be $1,000 higher a month. So when they spend that money, and it's probably on debt, Hopefully it's on an investment that they make money on, but now their overhead, their monthly output is now much higher by refinancing into a higher rate. People aren't refinancing into a lower rate right now because rates are through the roof. The ZG Population Science Survey also found the rate-aware homeowners were more optimistic about the housing market. Rate-aware homeowners were more likely than rate-unaware homeowners to expect rates to decrease in the future. That's funny. A third of homeowners who estimated the average rate was above 6% expected rates to decrease compared to only 1 in 5 of those who estimated a rate below 6%. Well, if the rates are already below 6%, then why would they think they're going to decrease even more? I mean, it's just a lack of comprehension in the consumer department, which is why I yell at the top of my lungs, please pay attention. I've already dealt with, again, guys, probably 2,000 consumers, and of which I would say 95% of those consumers did not understand the home buying and mortgage process and were completely blind to any costs and fees. It's a pretty sad situation. We need to be teaching this in high school, in my opinion. Still, the largest share, 47% of homeowners overall believe that mortgage rates will increase in the future. 26% who expect rates to decrease and 27% who expect rates to stay the same. So it's pretty much split. They don't know if it's going to go up, down, or sideways. I'm going to be honest with you right now. I am so proud of you for listening to my channel. This stuff is boring, you guys, but nevertheless, it is very, very important because this is how the economy is working. This is how banks take advantage of consumers. And this is what we're talking about here, the true cost of home ownership. It's not just some slam dunk anymore. Maybe 10 years after the great financial crisis, but you guys, it was really easy to invest in real estate because that entire time, home values just went up. And interest rates were in the 3 and 4% that whole time, pretty much. I mean, things are so much different right now, which is hopefully very temporary. We're going to go into another article from Zillow called Homeowners and Their Mortgage Behavior. I think it's interesting to kind of get an overall view of what's going on in the mortgage field. Who are these mortgaged homeowners? A Zillow survey found that almost 3 in 5 U.S. homeowners own their home with a mortgage or a loan. So we have roughly 40% of the houses right now, they don't even have the mortgage, and therefore they're not even golden handcuffed. There is a substantial amount of homes that could be sold right now that, again, they don't even have the low interest rates. So I just don't buy into the narrative that the inventory is going to be so low forever. It just doesn't add up to me. Now, this is interesting. Reported mortgage terms for mortgaged homeowners. So as you can see here, 58% of homeowners that have a mortgage have a 30-year fixed rate mortgage. And honestly, you guys, in my opinion, a 30-year fixed rate mortgage is one of the worst American debts we can have. It's way better than foreign debt that don't have fixed rates. So I'm not saying that, but I'm saying the amortization schedules are so front loaded with interest. It's disrespectful. It's criminal in my opinion. Now, as far as 25-year loans or 25-year terms, that's interesting, 7%. The 20-year loan's a great loan. That's 10%. Obviously, 15-year loan is great, but only 13%. And don't forget, you guys, even if you have a 30-year mortgage, like most people, you could do biweekly payments or you could do extra payments towards principal, and you can actually turn your 30-year mortgage into a 15-year mortgage without being locked into a higher payment. That's a little amortization hack. And you can see the amount of people that are doing this. Now, these are the amount of people that reported additional payments beyond monthly or biweekly payments. So 57% of people aren't doing that. So 57% of people are in the rat race, not caring about how rich they're making the banks. However, and I'm proud of these people, 20% are doing 1 to 4 additional payments. Props to you guys. 13% really going gung-ho at 5 to 11, and only 10% are doing 12 or more. And honestly, you guys, that's what we need to do better at. We need to do 12 or more payments per year. So maybe just $200 extra a month, $300 extra a month. That's going to save you an outrageous amount of interest, you guys. When rates were high, that would have saved us over $100,000 in just interest. But please, you guys, just pay it. Pay your mortgage down as quickly as possible. Owning a home free and clear. The other 2 in 5, 41% of homeowners own their homes free and clear. Of those homeowners, about 4 in 5 or 84% purchased that home, and 1 in 10 inherited that home. So 41% of homeowners are in a position to sell and cash in on their house right now. Now, what's interesting is these homeowners, okay, that are the golden handcuff effect homeowners with these low interest rates. Now, one of the premises and one of the things that I did is I actually converted my primary residence into a rental. Currently have a 2.5% mortgage rate on a 30-year fixed rate. Again, on a home that I converted for my primary rental that I can do legally. You can convert your primary residence. I lived in that home for over 3 years, and I purchased that home not wanting to be a landlord. It was just the circumstance kind of forced us out of the home. But nevertheless, the question is how many people that own homes right now that have never been a landlord really want to be a landlord? Now, Peter Schiff thinks that that's one of the reasons prices are going to stay propped up. He believes, rightfully so, that mortgage rates that are 2 and 3% are really an asset. And I agree with that. However, Sachs Realty says that, hey, that's not going to be that powerful because most people want no part of being a landlord because of the pain that is entailed at being a landlord. And I could tell you guys, as a landlord, it sucks. I don't want to be judging people. I don't want to go after money. I just want people to have a great life, but it does suck. So the question is how many people actually want to convert their primary residence at the low interest rates to a rental? According to this article from Zillow, 1 in 5 prospective sellers are considering becoming landlords. So, I tend to agree with Todd. Most people don't want to. And in fact, only 20% of people are even considering being a landlord. And honestly, again, what I'm saying is there is some great benefits with the depreciation. You can claim a Schedule E. Again, I'm not a CPA, but it's kind of yucky. It's kind of yucky. It just depends on the tenants. It depends on the relationship. You guys, I've put myself out there as a landlord so many times only to get spit on by my tenants time and time again. I even bought my first tenants a $250 gift card to Home Depot. That's how naive I am about being a landlord. With mortgage interest rates hovering over 7%, prospective sellers may find themselves at least thinking about renting out instead of selling. About 1 in 5 or 21% of homeowners with moving plans are considering renting out their home. How likely is it for them to actually follow through at becoming a landlord? The 2023 CHTR found that almost 2 in 3, 64% of sellers had considered renting out their homes, but at the end did not. So most people, again, they think of it. So some people think of it, but they never go through with it. Again, you guys, because it's a tricky thing. Though holding onto their home and renting it out might initially seem more lucrative, the reality of juggling multiple homes and mortgage payments may present a rude awakening financially. I guess what I'm really trying to do here, guys, when all is said and done, the more that we learn, the better. And I'm talking about listening to multiple opinions, multiple perspective, whether it's a bullish perspective or a more bearish perspective like me. And I will always side with caution because I've lost everything already. And I don't want other people to go through that pain, that very painful learning process. So understand perspective. At the end of the day, you have to make your own mind up on whether or not it's time for you to buy, on whether or not you should refinance. But again, that should all start with empowering yourself and understanding what's going on. Now, the Federal Reserve said that now it appears that the Federal Reserve is going to be dropping rates into 2024 and to 2025, but we don't have any certainty of that. So for me, again, I'm not rich. I can't make bad decisions. I can only make great decisions for my family because I am not rich. So if I have to rent on the sideline for another year, then I will happily do that because while I'm renting right now, you guys, I'm increasing my purchasing power by increasing my credit, my income, and my assets. And I've also made a free home buying course for you. It's not free for me. I have to pay a monthly subscription to have this course available for you. And the course is designed for all of the people that just want to learn the simple steps of home ownership. I don't really go into the closing process. I more so go into the techniques and what we should be paying attention to as consumers. I put a lot of time and attention to that. The link is in my description. There's absolutely no cost to you. So if you do want to empower yourself, all you have to do is decide to do it. Now, other than that, guys, if you're out there investing in real estate, I wish you luck and I hope you win.